All right, so the official trailer for Terrifier 3 just dropped, and it's also called the Naughty Cut. So let's check it out.
You survived the most famous serial killer since Jack the Ripper. The 5-year anniversary is coming up. I think a lot of people would really like to hear from you after all this time. Want to know what it's like to be in the presence of that kind
Not
of
another
evil.
interview.
What goes through your brain when he's close enough to you. You feel his breath.
Chainsaw.
I saw him today.
Who? How can you be sure it was really him?
I could feel it.
Who's this Santa? He's scaring my kid.
Yeah, he's scaring me too.
Hey, Santa's
It's covered in
handing out
blood, yeah.
presents.
Why would he come back here? Even if he was alive, which he isn't. Wouldn't you want to get as far away from here as possible, as far away from you?
You both know this isn't over. I have to go back to the Terrifier.
It's still buried there, isn't it?
It might be the only thing that could stop them. Looking forward to the best Christmas ever, filled with fun, smiles, and laughter.
Of course. Okay, all right. That was a pretty good trailer, actually. That was immediately, like, especially in comparison to Terrifier 2, and of course, the original Terrifier as well. Like, I'm immediately seeing that it just is going to look much more, just better produced. It's going to look better overall. The script is probably going to be better. And like I said, just visually, it looks a lot better than the other two movies. Terrifier 2, and especially in the first one as well, had a very like specific look to it. If I remember correctly, it had like kind of a bluish sort of look to it. I didn't see that as much in this, but there was a lot thrown at you in that trailer. That was kind of a long trailer. I enjoyed the sound with it all. I mean, there's going to be a shit ton of gore, obviously, clearly as we can see. I definitely saw and kind of got some Black Christmas vibes from that as well. I saw like a sorority there for a second, and also a couple other little small quick shots that kind of reminded me of Black Christmas. Of course, you know, it's going to be taking place around Christmas time and whatnot. But I mean, okay, so like with the Terrifier franchise, for me personally, it's kind of an up and down one for me. Of course, the first movie, the first Terrifier, was essentially Damien Leone's chance to sort of just showcase like his practical effects. Other than that, there really wasn't much else going on other than Art the Clown and the practical effects and the gore and whatnot, right? Terrifier 2, I think the budget was like $250,000, of course, tiny, but still, like, they were able to kind of push things a little bit more, have a little bit more going on, and there were some goods and bads. For me, though, I'll be honest, I've never loved the Terrifier movies. Terrifier 2, to me, was okay. You know, like, I still didn't think the script was good. I still didn't think the acting was very good. The story, really, I wasn't all that interested. I was a little bit interested in finding out more about Sienna's dad and the story with his relationship with Art and, you know, what happened. I do find myself a bit interested with that, and I do think Laura Lavera, that played Sienna, I think she's great. I think she does a really good job. She's definitely like the standout person in the movie, other than Art, of course, who's become definitely a horror icon in a lot of ways. But yeah, I mean, with the trailer there, that was pretty good. I can't lie. Like I said, the way it looked, every little sequence seemed well put together, and it seemed like the dialogue was better right off the bat as well. And I mean, art looked like he was on point. That happened so fast. I feel like I need to see that trailer again because there was just so many different things going on. We're going to get a lot of different locations. I think the budget for this one is about $2 million. So 250 to 2 million, things are going to look a lot different. There's going to be a bigger team working on this movie without a doubt. Just to piggyback off of what I said a second ago with Terrifier 2, I love gore in my horror movies. I mean, my channel is called Mad Blood, right? I mean, going back to Friday the 13th, some of the Halloween movies, a ton of the other slashers from the 80s and 90s and beyond. The kills in those movies, for the most part, I have always loved, especially when they take a creative approach. They make them hilarious, but also like make you sit there and say, holy shit. But in a way that's enjoyable for me. I've never really been into the whole Terrifier mutilation gore where it's really drawn out and it feels like, they're just sitting there torturing somebody. Like the big kills in the first Terrifier movie where the girl gets split in half, the big kill in the second one where the girl, gets basically mutilated. Those don't come across to me as creative. The practical effects are great, don't get me wrong, but they're just drawn out. We're just cutting things off and ripping things and not really doing anything that interesting. You know what I mean? Even just looking back to a kill in like a movie like Jason X, the cryo kill. That's a kill where you're like, holy shit. I don't know if I've seen that before. Yeah, there's been other cryo kills in the genre, but still, that's a kill where you're just, it happens pretty quick, but you're like, that was fast, but it blew me away. Whereas in Terrifier, and of course I'm talking about the kills because it's one of the most important things in this franchise. But regardless, hopefully with Terrifier 3, I get more. A better story, better cast, better acting, just something that's more interesting outside of a few kills, which, I mean, I get the entertainment with that. I do. I mean, I'm interested to see like what Jason Patric's going to do in Terrifier 3. I don't think I saw him in the trailer, but I'm interested to see like what kind of a role he's going to have. A legend. It was great. And obviously the Lost Boys. I see Tom Savini on the cast too. It looks like Chris Jericho's going to be making a return. So we'll see a little bit more from him as well. And I'm definitely interested. It was on my list. Terrifier 3 was on my list as one of the most anticipated horror movies for me, just in the fact of I want to see where they're going to take this. I will be there day one in the theaters watching Terrifier 3. I hope the movie is incredible. I hope Damien Leone and the rest of the team do a great job and they get all their flowers and all the praise, and they do great and they go on to do amazing things. I hope 100% that happens. But yeah, just to be honest, like, some of the things in the first and the second movie just weren't really my cup of tea. But I get it, like very low budget movies. What they were able to pull off with that type of a budget is incredible. And one of the things in the genre that we love. And, one of the only genres in entertainment, in movies, where you can, horror, of course, where you can take this micro budget and have an idea and a concept that just explodes. So looking forward to the mayhem that is Terrifier 3. All the reactions from everybody. October 11th and beyond, of course, it's going to be a ride. Another Christmas horror movie is going to be coming, which I'm excited about. It's going to be a bloody adventure. Looking forward to that. So we'll see. That was a hell of a trailer. I got to go back and rewatch that, but let me know down in the comments, everybody, what you thought about the trailer, what you think about Terrifier 3, what you think about the franchise. Make sure you subscribe if you want more content from me in the future. But anyways, everybody, my name is Matt. I'll talk to you in the next one.